Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome to the Link to the Past Randomizer Invitational League Season 5 Finals. We've got Game 3 here, really Game 3. Today, we've got Andy of Perfect Unadulterated Gaming Squad, or the Pugs, versus Hitsuyan 1337 of OKDUDES. The mode, standard small key shuffle, because this is the power pendant. I am Radical Sniper 99 or Jesse, joined today by the Titan 84 with Tyler Salt on tracking. Morning, Titan, or afternoon, I guess now.
Good evening here from Europe, and yes, we are gonna have a fantastic run today. Yes, we are gonna have a standard start. So we're gonna have Smokies shuffled, and this was Hitsuyan's choice of the mode, I believe.
Yes, over the course of the playoffs, your record does kind of have some dynamics to it. It doesn't solely go off of your regular season record. So what happened was the OKDUDES had the better record going into the finals and thus got high seed. So Hitsuyan got the pick for Game 3 here. Which also means that Game 4, which was guaranteed after last night's race between Daaanty and GGW, means we're getting a Game 4 in the series where the Pugs will get mode selection.
Yeah, we will see when that gets scheduled. First of all, we did get blue mail out of the house chest, so yeah, early safeties.
Yeah. So I did see in chat a little bit beforehand on the race talk about bomb drops in. Oh gosh, this is the worst start. Oh no. Okay, so about bomb drops. Now this is even worse, but what I'll tell you is bomb drops are standardized between the two runners. So that small magic drop was guaranteed to be the first drop for both runners.
So eventually the guards will be dropping a bomb.
Yes, the problem is
that are gonna have to kill a few.
That's a lot of kills.
Yeah, especially with a cane start, this is horrible.
Yeah, you've really got enough magic to get through escape, and any more is kind of hard to guarantee.
Yeah.
There's a couple of pots along the way, like we got the uncle pots already. There's a couple more in that first room in the dark, in the back.
Yeah.
But even then, it's really hard to get the kills necessary.
Yeah, in this situation, I would, Andy missing the 3-hit there, and gloves, okay.
Okay, I feel a lot better if I don't find bombs now.
Yeah, because you can immediately drop back down again. In this situation, I would probably save my extra magic for the ropes room. Because the ropes have the same drop as the guards.
Correct, and that's what Ari was pointing out over in chat. You know, that is kind of our best spot to potentially get a drop. Andy is doing a little bit of work early here. He's using pots to help get himself a couple of extra kills. He's also cutting his, he's cutting the magic a little too early. And unfortunately, that is burning through a little more of his magic.
Yeah, he only has magic enough for the rat now, I believe.
So I would not be shocked Andy picks up the magic pots in that first dark room and have plenty for the end here. But yeah, it's still not a great situation for him. Like, he really does not have enough to try and farm ropes.
Nope.
Itsu's in great shape, though. Probably gives a chance at it. And there's our small key for Hyrule Castle. We knew we were going to get that sooner or later.
So which means that there are 3 items in that back.
Yeah, we already got the map as well.
But yeah, I like the way that Hitsuyan has saved his magic for now.
Yeah, and really, realistically, like, Andy didn't do a bad job with the kills. Like, he was just really aggressive with trying to conserve.
Yeah, and if you just skip that split second too early, it doesn't do the third damage, and then you have to restart it, and that costs more money. It's good that he has at least some magic left, because death warping with this setup is not going to be too easy.
Yeah, you mentioned death warping. One of the things that's really cool about this mode, to make sure you don't like completely lock yourself, is if you get to a certain point in this mode and you run out of ammo or bombs or magic in this case, if you take a death, what will happen is that the devs have made it so you reset with at least a sliver of magic enough to get through escape, or enough arrows or enough bombs to finish up escape. And you see Hitsu picking up that magic there.
Yeah. And he isn't.
I'm a little surprised by that decision.
Andy, how are you gonna kill that rat now?
I'm not sure. I feel like he's hoping for something here, and it's just not going to happen.
Gonna get some rats kill here, but nope, nothing.
Andy's gonna need to take a death. He's
yeah, that's surprising.
Oh, Eri pointing out there's magic here in the water room. I was not aware of this.
Okay, that is magic. Okay,
I don't think I see ever.
Okay, so Andy knows a little bit more. Yeah, those rats are...
I'm so used to only the pots in this first dark room, not the water room magic. Yeah. I will try to remember that if I'm going for a couple of extra kills.
What should be bombs in the last chest here?
I mean, if that's the case, I'm dropping immediately down to escape.
Yeah.
But Hitsu threw his escape at about a 549. Andy not far behind at a 554. So... very nicely done with probably the worst standard escape item. One of the things you'll talk to a lot of people about why standard escape's not terrible is usually get a progression item. Unfortunately, it's usually, as we do get that map check, I did see a pendant over at Eastern, and we had at least a crystal at Desert. Did you catch Hera?
Crystal.
Crystal, okay.
Both runners checking the lumberjack.
Understandably so. I mean, I usually wait until I at least have the boots for such a check, or maybe if I'm climbing the mountain.
Bushcraft. Just arrows. Are we gonna go into the village without bombs?
We'll see. The strategy here is, of course, to do a save and quit.
No, we have the rock. There's a liftable rock at the next screen that is 50-50 bombs.
Well, and Hitsu is going to take a gamble on a 50-50 rock.
Mm-hmm. Gets one, okay.
And he is rushing Eastern.
And Andy is not even going for that rock. He is just going into the village.
Got a little bit more money and still, unfortunately, still a little short. I was thinking maybe we go for the 50-50 bombs down by the bombable hut, but not the case. We are getting Sahachula check, though.
Wood small and money. Ice pile small for Andy. Cane of Samaria.
Clearly the better cane.
And another.
And 2 shields already.
But no bombs, which is annoying for Andy because he is now. Oh, he has enough money for bombs.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does put him in rough shape for possibly buying Bottle Vendor.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Hitsu's in much better shape right now.
Hitsuyan is absolutely avoiding the village until he can actually get more bombs.
Yeah, it's a respectable play here. I understand what he's trying to do here. Can I get money? Can I get bombs? Can I get something to make this CAC better?
There's the
Like 3
bombs.
bombs.
Yep, that's more than enough. And I believe Hitsuyan is gonna have... Yeah, he's gonna have enough money for the pushing window. Or the bottom window.
Think we've seen enough money in CAC to make that work?
Yeah, we've seen 20 in the back of Cavern.
Well,
And then you
realistically,
have...
we'll need 40.
Yeah, but we also have pots below.
No, that's only going to count for 50, so that'll get him up over Bottle Vendor. I'm thinking you want 150 rupees here.
Ah, okay, you mean that.
Okay, there you go. There's the money. So yeah, Hitsu will have enough for Bottle Vendor as well as bombs, and so will Andy at this point. Works out for both of our runners.
So having a little of stream pickup there. Not going for that hot container on the race game.
Definitely not. In terms of our 2 runners for today, both having pretty strong seasons overall. Andy going 9-1 so far this season. His 1 loss occurred... Trying to find it. It occurred in week 4 as part of a Co-op Retrance. So really strong season over on Andy's side. For Hitsu, currently 10-1. And his 1 loss is kind of a technicality kind of loss during the first round of the playoffs this season against my own team, JKLOL. Had to have a forfeit due to health reasons. So, Hitsu having a really strong season this year.
Now, Andy did find the hammer and the mushroom. So we are gonna do some fake powdering already.
Nice game knowledge. You don't have a lot of magic anyway. Go for it. This is the time to hit it.
Yep, might as well. But yeah, Hitsuyan's village is going to be a lot more efficient than Andy's was.
Yeah, the only thing is, I feel like the decision from Hitsu to kind of like save and quit, save and quit, save and quit over and over again isn't strong in a sense. Like,
No,
that's my concern.
Yeah, I agree. It does take a little bit of time, but he has done the big checks of the castle tower, or the treasure room. You've done Sars Closet. It's a pendant he's done. You're probably not going to want to go over there anyway. So yeah, he's done checks that he wants to do, but he doesn't want to do anymore. So the saving quits there were going to be there anyway.
Yeah. I think the only thing I would say is like maybe the Sahasrahla check. Like there's some thought to the fact that if he had been able to go from Sahasrahla into Eastern, especially a pendant Eastern, might have been a little nicer.
Yeah,
so like when Andy gets over to there, if it's a last resort, he might be able to just kind of rush the play.
Let's see, I'm choosing to go. Oh, he's buying bombs. Nothing on the island. So I believe this is the South Shore play from both runners.
Yeah.
So the major difference here is that Hitsuyan has done Saha. That is the only difference between the runners at this point. Yeah, Hitsuyan is definitely close to Andy, so he's got those checks over Andy, but yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there's our Dark World access with that Pearl, so really pretty quickly there, we are able to get into Dark World.
Yeah, and that opens up a whole bunch of checks. So this seed is wide open right now.
Now, we haven't talked much about this, but, you know, we did the standard portion, and we talked a lot about standard. Let's talk about small shuffle. All the small keys are shuffled. And you might think, well, that's kind of like Key Sanity, and you're kind of right. Here's the problem. Small key shuffle can be kind of rude. You're thinking, what can be so bad about that? Well, look at our dungeons that we have so far. Desert Palace. It has one small key. If our big key is on the right side, guess what? You need the small key. Now, there are worse scenarios. Turtle Rock, one of our late crystal dungeons potentially. If the big key is vanilla, which is the lava island, you need all 4 small keys to beat Turtle Rock. So there are definitely some rough situations, and I did not know you could walk along the top there like that.
Get here. Oh, here were all the bombs hiding. And yes, Castle Tower small keys are shuffled.
Yeah, this can be a very scary mode with dungeons like Turtle Rock or Palace of Darkness, where you go and you're like, I've got 3 TR keys, I'm sure I'm fine. I've got 3 pod smalls, that's more than enough to do most of the dungeon. And then you find out that either the Harmless Hellway or the Vanilla Big Key chest are the pod big key, and you're like, well, I'm not in as great a shape, and we do have Crystal Pod and Crystal TR. Green Pendant Thieves, Pendant Swamp.
Ew.
Those red crystals are pod and ice, though. Some money, some love, and some more money. 4 20s and a heart container. That is definitely a lacking hype cave.
Yeah, that's 0 out of 10. Absolutely pointless.
Yeah, if I had a mirror already, I might be okay with the heart, but the fact that I've got blue mail and I'm only adding to my health right now is not my favorite kind of situation.
Oops. Both runners choosing to go right here. I'm going to the pyramid. Okay, this is a long check.
Yeah, I'm surprised both of them are making it. It's a choice. I'll be curious, skipping Dig Game, skipping Stumpy for now. Interesting decisions.
Oh my. So,
Okay.
did you see game 1 of this series?
Yeah, that was a quick CrossKeys I remember seeing.
Yeah, that was also mirror on Pyramid Ledge. And I completely agree with Andy's choice here of running up the catfish, because you can do catfish, you can do Zora, and you can check the Zora's ledge. I'm not sure.
We do not have a splash deletion method right now.
No.
Or if we got a rang here, I think we could. But yeah, we're short on Zora money, and we don't have flippers for. Oh, but from Hitsu.
Yeah, Hitsu did not do magic back, which is nothing.
Yeah, I think this is just Andy kind of blanking on that mushroom turn-in at the moment.
Oh, wow.
And that's a huge fine for Hitsu with the boots.
Andy needs the flute as soon as possible to get back from that, because he is not going to go back to that check knowing he walked past it.
And just a heart piece on the Zora ledge. So
no money.
Yep.
And Hitsuyan is not even going to check the ledge. So now we're going to get some divergence here.
Well, for Hitsu, this is a sword. We know that there's a sword on the library ledge. So I agree with the call. You want that immediately at this point.
He is heading up the mountain, and yes, without a sword, this is a little bit rougher to manipulate and check, but yeah, we're getting there. Nice half magic there from the old man. Yeah, and as Chad says, if the flute is boot locked, that is disaster.
Yeah. Smart routing can really work nicely for Andy here, but there's fire with our lamp in Bach Rocks, so this is continuing to kind of punish him a little bit.
So Andy doesn't know that what he is doing is in logic. So the entire mountain is in logic. We know that. Well, the entire light side. Is that a big key?
No, it's a small key. There's no big key shuffle.
Oh, right, no big key shuffle. But yeah, that's a small key.
Yeah. That's a great feeling.
Well, at least Swamp is a pendant.
That, however, is a big key. So we can beat Tower of Hera.
Yeah, that's good news for Andy, because he cannot get into the basement.
Yeah, see, says the speculation about where that key could be too, and there's a lot of places. They're not a problem per se, so just annoyances, you hope.
That is going to be a question if Andy intentionally skipped that mushroom chest or he just forgot. Because it is so easy to forget that you just got your mirror.
Yeah, that's one of those things. You kind of get into a mindset where you have an idea of what you want to do, and then even getting an item that would kind of change your route a little bit, you maybe forget about it, and it's not a problem. It's just, unfortunately, you don't change.
We don't have the small key yet for Hera, so that basement item is going to stay very, very much in place for a long time.
Well, have we seen... I think we saw at least one dungeon item. Did we see the other?
And we saw the map.
There it is.
But that's the compass.
So there is an item in the basement. We don't know what it is. We don't care what it is because we don't have the small key, but an item does exist in Hera. Yeah, and as Titan said, like, we're kind of hoping the flute shows up as a little reminder to Andy to be, go turn in your mushroom.
Mm. Yeah, spiral cave without a sword or.
Yeah, the slow spiral cave, unfortunately for Andy here.
Small key for Andy, Turtle Rock. Okay, we're gonna need a couple of those.
But we are tied up on the crystals, one apiece currently. And here we go, Paradox Cave, the true hype cave of the day. Nice fire rod to start.
Yeah, a fire source for Andy is really nice to have.
Bombs and bombs. Okay. And really, that's it. Just the fire rod out of Paradox being our big prize.
Yeah, I mean, it does make Skullwoods a playable crystal. Without a sword, yeah, that's not fun, but...
Yeah, unfortunately, Andy not going to be able to beat Moth in this situation.
Right, I completely forgot. We can't do Skullwoods without a sword.
Yeah. So we'll see how Andy wants to play this one. The crazy thing is that for all we know, Andy's going to end up in Thieves Town in full clear Thieves and find something because of the fact that his options are a little more limited.
Yeah. Now, they're not that much limited because boots and lamp. Yeah, you get access to a little bit more, but it's not a huge difference in terms of items. As in progression item type. But yeah, that sword is gonna make him go to, unfortunately Andy is going to Skullwoods and he is gonna have to double bit this.
Unless we get a sword here.
Unless we get a sword.
Although the other unfortunate piece is Andy has not yet gotten us a small key to Skullwoods. Our only Skullwood small key was actually in Sahasrah's closet.
Oh. Yeah, we just need 2 of those, right, to clear the dungeon.
I mean, technically the logic says all 3 are required.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you can get by with 1 or none, even, depending on how willing you are to take the save and quit. So in this case, Andy is going to, it looks like, steal the small key here from the pot, or even go to the back.
He is gonna go to the back. He's gonna do the bridge chest. Hitsuyan is also sprinting to the back.
That Hera big key was actually not the vanilla location either, so...
Nope.
Just a clarification for chat.
Oh,
But there's the Thieves small key. Ooh, I think that really is going to send Andy into a full clear of Thieves at this rate.
yeah.
Meanwhile, even after Hitsu finishes Skull, I think he'll end up in Thieves.
Yeah, because you don't have any other big areas to go to. And it is going to try to get this big chest, but yeah, this lineup is not as easy without a sword.
Yeah, he did a really great job with that lineup. Oh, and there's the Titan's Mitz.
Ooh. Okay, that opens up a little bit more.
Yeah, talk in the chat, you know, saying if Andy's ahead, really, he's not. It's deceptive. Hitsu has made more checks at this point. Having knocked out Sahasrah's closet, and then, of course, that mushroom. And there's the flippers.
Yeah, flippers.
This is kind of dangerous. Is Andy's going to get goods, Like, he's gonna get good stuff.
Mhm.
He will find at the bow. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that is the most stacked goldwoods I've ever seen.
Apparently, this is the dream of all Skullwoods believers. This is your seed, folks. Never skip the front of Skullwoods. It's apparently now just, yeah.
Okay, so we have bow, we have hammer, we have flippers, we have mitts.
Those flippers are a nice alternative for easily getting to the potion shop for
Yeah.
mushroom turn-in. I just don't think that helps push him there.
Nope.
As we said, it really needs to be flute. But the bigger issue is Andy keeps finding stuff that lets him clear other things.
I remember there is a small key on the lumberjack ledge. Those boots could be required.
I was a little worried, maybe we get a miscount on some of our stuff, but nope, neither runner miscounting. Both are going to get all the goodies out of Skull here.
Yeah, and it is going into Thieves Town, and this is most likely a clear with that small key.
Yeah, I will say next checks could be Ice Palace. Ice is looking really good right now.
Oh, Hitsuyan is doing North double checks, and that's a sword lock behind a cape. Are all our swords gonna be locked by single-use items? Yeah, Kingston can... Yeah, Hitsuyan can do Kingston.
And there's our first bottle out of King's Tomb.
Okay, it's not a unique item, but it is a item you want to have. I mean, blue goo in your first bottle, that's just great.
Yeah, agreed completely at this point. Of course, Graveyard Ledge, always a worry, but only 20 rupees here. So Andy missing out on these checks right now, but not really. Like, the worry one is Graveyard Ledge. That's always one that gets orphaned pretty hard, but not the case, at least this time, going to be a bad thing.
Yeah. Now, the problem comes afterwards when Andy finally gets those boots. Is he going to start doing these boots checks that Hitsuyan has already routed in? Because that's
Boots checks, yes. So King's Tomb and Bonkrox, I think he definitely hits.
Yeah.
I think Graveyard Ledge becomes a never return.
So far, nothing big out of pendant Thieves Town.
Yeah, and I think, like, for Hitsu here, maybe he only checks the front 4 of Thieves. Like, from his standpoint, he's got a fully clearable Ice Palace. That's not the worst. You've got Fire Rod, Half Magic, and a Blue Goo. Like, that's a decently easy clear with this equipment.
I mean, you got Kane as well for the World's Pledge, so yeah, it's the fastest you're gonna do that dungeon. You don't technically need any small keys, I think. Spirit.
And yeah, I see pod coming up. Unfortunately, with no pod smalls, not really going to be a check yet.
No.
We are definitely not in a go to pod kind of mood.
No. We can do 3 checks in there without a key, but yeah, not really gonna happen.
But is Hitsu going to stay in Thieves Town? He is, and there's the hook shot.
So that is the correct choice of Hitsuyan, just that as we see why it is the correct choice.
And as I said, like, it just is more stuff that's kind of just saying to Andy, you know, don't worry about Mushroom. What is going to put him back on the trail?
It's the only thing that's going to put him back on that trail.
Yeah.
And we are going to have, it is a required flute, because mire is a crystal. Hitsuyan getting the God Pixel there, but unfortunately the Patricks were not in favor.
Yeah, Patrick is the killer of dreams.
Just a map on...
Yeah, to the mention of Swamp Palace, without that Swamp Small Key, we are very much not getting far in that dungeon.
I mean, there's one check.
Yes, a whole one check, and it could be a vanilla Swamp Small.
No, I mean, it could be an ice rod.
More and more money. I think we've gotten, what, 3 or 4 of the 300s in this
Yeah. And Thieves Town is another one of those dungeons where it is really unfortunate where you don't have boots.
Yeah.
Because there are so many straight lines.
Yeah, this is definitely the dungeon for boot advantage. You might look and be like, oh, Hitsu's, behind or whatever. Andy got through Thieves first. But the thing is Hitsu beat Skull Woods, and he's just been able to continue to kind of motor. Like, look at every screen here for Hitsu. He's dashing, and he has a sword to be able to continue dashing. Hey, that's access to a sword.
Yeah, but he doesn't know about it. He didn't check. I'm pretty sure Andy did not check that ledge.
He did not.
No. So he has no idea how he's going to get his swords.
Yeah, and for Andy right now, like, Smith Chain's the right decision. He can go from here, turn in the Smith, check hammer pegs, do K45 and Stumpy, and turn in purple chest.
This might be Hitsuyan's play as well, but he might do walk up with the Smith to his second sword first. Because you do want that sword, right?
I feel like you have to, given the fact that, Ice Palace is kind of your play, and there's the shovel. The other part of this could be that, Hitsu decides to start playing a little risky. We were talking about this ahead of time. This was Hitsu's pick, so, a feeling of, hey, this is a mode I think I can take advantage of a little bit, hopefully. Do we see skips from Hitsu, maybe avoiding Smith Chain here?
Possible. Smiths have a key. Pod, okay.
Our first pod small.
Yeah. However, we are going to get a sick kid check. Nope.
And nothing on the sick kid this time. But yeah, I could make an argument that, after Hitsu does the dig game and possibly Stumpy and K45, he could be heading straight for Ice Palace and say, I don't really care as much about doing Smith Chain here.
It is a small key, though. Another 1-2 pod. Okay.
I mean, those had to start showing up soon.
Yeah, but that is the Smith Chain path containing 2 small keys.
There's that cape for Hitsu. He knows what that means. He knows that is his second sword.
He has a single rupee for us today. Hitsu, do you turn it in?
Looks like he is heading up for bumper.
Yep. So he was just about to go right and then realized, oh wait, I have cake. Let's go get my sword. Yeah, single sword versus no sword is a lead. Master sword against no sword, that's a big one.
Yeah, it's just, oh
Oh,
no, that's right. The smith will not follow you into a cave, and at that point, really not a great situation for Hitsu.
so
That's the kind of time loss that hurts.
yeah. So the smith will not follow you into a cave with two exits. It has to be a single entrance exit.
Yeah, and as what I did see somebody mention in chat, that is okay in entrance rando. The smith will follow you through entrances in that, but in vanilla behavior or non-entrance seeds, the smith will not follow you into a different entrance like that. So, or a connector like that. So yeah, that hurts. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and has well, ice at this point, right? No, mountain.
Knowledge is good here.
Yeah, but you have Hookshot Cave, you have Super Bunny Cave, you have Pendant, sorry, the Medallion Knowledge for Turbo Rock.
I gotta think Spike Cave as well.
True,
So
we have talked about it.
7 checks between Super Bunny Hookshot and Spike, as well as our knowledge of Turtle Rock. Andy cannot get into Turtle Rock, so he's not even going to bother climbing the mountain through Paradox Cave for that. Without a sword, even if it is Quake, he cannot open up that dungeon. An interesting piece, of course, you know, I saw somebody mention, oh, that the rough timing of the advantage boots gives you is like 1 minute per every 10. In some ways, the amount of time Hitsu spent coming up here with Jeremiah negates some of that. It still builds. Hitsu's had the boots for just that much longer.
Now, again, do we know that there is a small key on the Lumberjack Ledge? So
And that's the other piece here.
Yeah, if that turns out to be required, yeah, Andy's gonna have to get those boots at some point.
Mushroom was in Kakariko. Andy did a fake powder using it.
Yeah.
So he knows he's got it. He just has not. He didn't turn it in after getting the mirror on Pyramid on their way to Catfish.
Yeah. There's a sword at least for Andy.
As we found out also that Ether is the TR entry.
Okay. Well, at least Andy has a sword now.
And there's the Swamp Small.
Swamp Small, yay! So, we've done the green pendant. We can clear another pendant. I believe that pet is in logic at this point.
You would be correct.
Which is horrible, but fun.
Yeah, we were talking about efficiency kind of being in Hitsu's favor here. Unfortunately, this back and forth over Smith Chain and Bumper Ledge is a little... It's going to lose him time.
Yeah, it is. And
this
he knows
does hurt his advantage.
Yeah, and he knows that.
Yes.
But
he is well aware of the problem that presents.
Oh. And you're walking down towards that whirlpool that gets into the potion shop, but no, he walks back up again.
To everybody who's worried about the chest, don't worry. It will be magically here for him to turn it in and get the prize of nothingness. That is a glitch or a minor glitch that is part of the game. So, yep, Hitsu knew that was fine. As long as you do not you can run away from your purple chest in Dark World, and as long as you mirror relatively close to Gary there, you can turn it in.
Yep. As long as you're during your invincibility frames after mirroring, you can do it. And Andy is going into swamp.
And there's another sword.
Okay,
Two swords apiece, and they're just all 4 different swords.
Mhm. Okay, Hitsuyan, where are you going?
Realistically, Hitsu could miss this sword in Swamp Palace at this rate.
Yeah.
It really depends on if there's something required here. If Swamp is not required to beat this seed, this is a huge time sink for Andy. If there is something required here besides that sword, could be a big advantage. Because Hitsu's going to full clear Ice Palace here, and I gotta believe that there's going to be an item in this dungeon in Ice Palace that is his next step. I would say flute would be really good. Maybe an ether medallion.
So if you're Andy and there's nothing here in swamp, do you just gamble and go to the eastern part area and clear up what you can?
I think you do. I think you still do ice first. Like I go from here over to Ice Palace, and then probably after that Eastern pod.
Yeah.
Like I want probably as many keys as I can get. He's still only at 2 keys, so I would hope for at least a key or 2 between this and ice.
And yeah, Andy's doing a full clear of swamp. We do not have the big key, so we're gonna have to leave one item.
Well, it's in this dungeon.
Oh right, sorry. My head is in key. My head is in keys now.
It's hard not to get into that full key sanity mindset in here.
Now it could be in the back.
Very smooth diver down there. It's working very nicely through Ice Palace as well.
Yep.
And there's our big key. And there's our mirror shield.
Yay, an unavoidable mirror shield. Nothing yet for Andy.
Vanilla Big Key in Swamp Palace. That's an annoying spot. Left side swamp having that. Ugh.
So left side swamp had a map and a big key. Watch this be the compass in the big chest. Nope.
And 20 bucks in the big chest. So left side swamp really not required on this one.
Yeah, so if you're going to the back first and realize, oh wait, there's just one item in left side, you might not go in there again.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there is a cold stare kill from Hitsu. So that is going to be his 3rd crystal. So a 3-to-1 advantage on the crystal front. And still nothing out of Swamp Palace.
Nope.
But yeah, I mean, for Andy at this point, really what he can do, and I'm hesitant to say this is a great route, but for him, you know, do Ice Palace after this, find your way to Pod Eastern, and from his standpoint, like the play would be, hey, let me knock out Eastern and then go to Skull and I pull Ped.
Yeah.
Like that's the reasonable call here for him, unfortunately. So like. Maybe.
It's an extra check along the way.
Yeah, like it's something that can lead him into a pet pull. Like it's not great, but it's something that works for him.
We did get another pod small in Waterfall Fairy Cave.
Nice double pulls on this Argus fight.
Sora has a small key for us.
Yeah, another small key, this time to hair.
Oh, no. I almost threw up in my mouth there. That was so disgusting.
Adjust the compass on Argus, so nothing in Swamp Palace, really not a benefit to Andy this time. Where is Hitsu off to now?
This is
first chest to Swamp?
Right? No. Pod? Yeah, pod.
Yeah, pod, okay.
And Andy is heading towards Ice Palace, yeah.
Yep, and that's kind of what we expected at this point. This looks like it's going to be highly island. He did not scout this. Hitsu did that scout, I think, a little earlier.
Yeah, just a heart. And the intended route to get to the hobo. Just some more.
And yep, here comes Ice Palace. Oh, that's why Hitsu did that. He wanted the back door for Hobo into pod. I like it a lot. Really smart play.
Otherwise, that hobo check would be very, very orphaned.
Yes, agreed.
Oh, green pendant! We haven't seen this.
Okay, Titan, I mean, we're pretty far into this seat. What are we going to find next here? It's got to be like, where's the flute? Where's Ether? Like, we're going to get something, right?
I mean, also, where's Ice Rod?
Yeah, well, Ice Rod is, of course, going to be one of the worst. I will say, like, for Hitsu here, I think he can skip Eastern, and he can't.
Yeah. So if there's like a flute or an ether in Eastern, that's gonna be a much better routing for Andy. But yeah, Eastern is still a lot of items, so it's probably not gonna be lost located by Hitsuyan. He's eventually gonna be funneled there.
I think the hard part is that Ice is the denser play, though, or Swamp is going to be the denser play for Hitsu if he doesn't do Eastern here.
Yeah.
But this all comes down to, do we find something in pod that kind of sends Hitsu elsewhere?
If we don't, I think you do Eastern here.
Yeah, I think you stay for Eastern in his position.
Now we are hoping that we find the big key somewhere along the way here. Hitsuyan is hoping that at least, so that we don't have to possibly having to find at least another small key. Did Hitsuyan do iced tea?
No. Was that a map or compass? I missed the count on this check.
I also missed the count there. And we do get chat saying that it is an item.
Oh, it's a small key to GT. Okay. Not required, but nice little convenience.
Yeah.
Yeah, GT smalls really only become an issue if we can't find many of them. You know, if they're all kind of bad and we skip a bunch of them, that GT small could matter. There's a mire small for Hitsu. And a castle tower. Oh no, that's both of our castle tower smalls. Ah!
So that small key on Lumberjack Ledge is now in logic.
And we, of course, are going to see the hammer jump. And we don't have a big key yet here for Palace of Darkness.
Nope, we're hoping that it is these last two checks in here. Otherwise, it is going to be locked behind one more small key, and we're going to have to get back here.
Yeah, and at that point, I think what Hitsu does here is you do a save scum. Okay, never mind. There's your pod big.
Yep.
Nice. Cold stare kill, though, for Andy.
Very nice.
Blink and you miss it.
Yeah, so I have not been counting items here in pod. Do we still miss? I think we saw.
I think there's still stuff. I mean, either way, like there's still stuff in here.
There is still stuff.
Two chests.
Yeah.
Like map and compass, whether or not they showed up, we still have the Hellway and the vanilla big key chest. So there has to be at least one item in this dungeon.
Yeah. Andy is swimming. Oh, Andy is swimming up. He is not going to the Zora area. That, I believe, was one. Was it one pod small? Yeah, it was one pod small. In Waterfall.
He might swim out of here.
He might.
To be honest.
He might.
And that appears to be his plan.
Yep. That's good.
Yeah,
well,
Andy needs a third pod small. Clearly, that third pod small is the difference between clearing and not clearing this dungeon.
And then we learn that, oh, by the way, the ice sword is in Hera base. Sorry, I'll stop casting cursing the scene now. But yeah, with the small key, yeah, Andy is most likely gonna go to pod with those three small keys.
Yeah, Pod Eastern for Andy is pretty much his next play.
Yeah. Now, the big question here is Hitsuyan going to mirror over to Eastern after this? How much of Eastern is he going to do?
Yeah, if Hitsu ends up in Eastern Palace, the only advantage, the big thing for Andy becomes this pedestal pull. Probably if he skips out, then Eastern and Ped kind of becomes outs for Andy.
Yeah, but also if you go into Eastern, oh, first chest, flute. Maybe you just leave.
We get a small key, though, to Ganon's Tower off of Helmasaur, so that will be our second GT small for Andy. And really, 2 GT smalls is about the number you want in most key sanity modes.
Yep. Andy? Where are you going?
Pod Eastern.
Yeah, but don't you want... So is this faster than going down and going into the dark world?
Yes.
By the house. Okay. Okay. And yeah, Hitsuyan is going into Eastern.
Yeah, at this point, Hitsu does not have a lot of better chances or choices. Like, if he goes up the mountain, he's got 1 TR small and 1 medallion. Like, I understand his hesitance for the mountain here. You know, it's not a play that I would look at and be like, this is my play.
I mean, he always has the Hera basement. And that's the second small cow. Yeah, so... But, no, that was Ganon's tower, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, that small key is not going to be big for Alex, though.
And this is actually all Sahasrah's closet for Andy at this point. And he's going to be really happy with this, because this will give him a skull small as well. So, after he does Pod Eastern, there's his skull clear now. He had been waiting for a small key to beat Skull Woods.
Okay, so we only have items left in Eastern now. I do not see. Did we get a big key? No, we didn't. So the big key is vanilla. And then there is 2 more items in here. I mean, for Hitsuyan, isn't Swamp the densest play?
The problem is that he does not have the Swamp Small right now. That was on Dark Death Mountain.
Right. So yeah, up
So
Death
for
Mountain.
after this, I think it's going to be Dark Death Mountain. Scout TR, check everything there. But the longer this goes, like, it's looking more and more like either there's got to be something here or it is the pedestal right now. And that's kind of gross to think about, that this could actually be a legitimate dead seed right now.
Yeah.
That or at the tower. We've actually got 2 checks plus the lumberjack key.
Which
could all be required.
Which small key could be locking progression?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, that small key could be... It could be Pot or TR. It could also be something as worthless as Mire or Skull. Could also be Desert.
Yeah, but we can't enter Desert.
Well, it still could be an important key.
Yeah, true. But yeah, if it's a Desert key, it is very, very unfortunate. So we are an hour into this seed. Please go follow these runners. They are putting on an absolutely fantastic show for us here today.
Tyler Salt pointing out a really interesting thing is Pyramid Fairy is kind of open at this point.
Yeah, it is.
We've got both 5-6 crystals on Hitsu's side. We should as well for Andy. Of course, not in logic without 6 pod smalls, but still a really dense check paired with Castle Tower. Eastern giving us another pod small.
You just hop back in and do the first
one check.
Yeah.
I think it's a decent idea.
You don't want to go back here.
That 4th pod small does put the Castle Tower small in the logic even.
Yeah, and Hitsuyan is heading back in.
So if I'm not mistaken, our 2nd Castle Tower small key was in Rupee Basement.
It was.
So yeah, that is logical Agatha access now. And Hitsu's going for the vanilla big key.
This makes sense. It's the fastest one check you can do in here. Go to the back doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and for people wondering how big this boots advantage is now, Hitsu has had boots for... How many minutes are we talking here? 40?
Yeah, for at least 40, maybe 45.
Yeah. Like, it's getting up there, and really can, you know, it's the combination now. It's Hitsu had not just the boots for that long, he's had a lamp as well. And while Andy is more than capable of getting through the dark rooms, if you ask somebody, are you quicker with or without lamp? Most people are quicker with a lamp. Odd big key for Andy, as Hitsu is on to Dark Death Mountain. I'm surprised he did not climb Paradox Cave here, hoping for maybe having the vanilla medallion set up for TR. But I mean, Titan, we only have 1 TR small here.
Yeah, but we have 4 checks. Well, we can't enter TR, so...
Yeah.
I guess he wants the key under the doormat. Unfortunately, we're not this seed. So here's a big thing. That could give Andy back quite a bit of time, or could be big if there is something for Hitsuyan. That is her basement. Because
Hitsu could check that while he's up here. Like, the good checks are running out for Hitsu.
Now, you have an entire swamp to clear. That's a lot of items. But it's also a pendant. And we know it is empty. It has a sword in it if it does. Yes, that is it. But that is your swamp small. So now you have, do you want to go swamp? Do you want to do some more checks up here?
He does have Spike Cave, so like he should still run. Oh, he's not. He's not checking Spike here.
Nope.
Para Basement and Spike Cave are going to be left behind.
And yeah,
This might be Swamp.
This might be Swamp, but this might be a nearly simultaneous blind ped pull.
Yeah.
Come on, book on ped and flute does it.
I mean, Book on Ped's only good if one of the runners then proceeds to read the ped.
Yes. I don't remember what it actually says.
This is a paradox.
Right.
But here we go. Swamp Palace for Hitsuyan. I mean, it's an understandable play. It's his densest. And really for Hitsu, this becomes probably Swamp Palace into Pyramid and Aga Tower, maybe? Like, if I'm Hitsu, I think that's my best route here.
Yeah, I mean, Pyramid into Aga Tower, into going up to get to that small key that you know of, and then head over to the ped. Because after that, what else do we have?
Utter Sword for Hitsu now, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, that is crystal number 3 for Andy. And yeah, mirroring over to the eastern. So yeah, after we've done these 2 dungeons, what else do we have left, really? It's Castle Tower, it's Pyramid Fairy, it's the small key on Lumberjack Ledge, it's ped.
Yeah, I mean, logically, what do we have left? We have Aga Tower and ped.
Yeah.
And Harrow Basement.
Harrow Basement, yeah.
Like, the Pyramid out of logic is not terrible. Like, I think it's a check you make here, but it's further down the chain than where you're even thinking right now.
Mhm. And yeah, Andy needs to go back and turn in that mushroom. Oh no! Chat reminding us they both skipped Ice Rod Cave.
Wow, I completely forgot about that skip. Jeez.
Yeah, unfortunately for Andy, Eastern is one of those other dungeons where boots really, really matter in terms of speed across these very, very long linear rooms.
But yeah, the longer this race goes where there hasn't been progression on the path, unfortunately, like, it hasn't sent Hitsu away from the stuff that Andy did that was kind of a chance advantage.
Yeah.
So realistically, like, Hitsu's gonna end up at the same places as Andy and just have more checks done.
And also having been able to do them quicker.
Yep.
I say the walking speed quicker.
Exactly. Both runners into the back of the dungeons they're currently working on. And at this point, like, Hitsu's going to get into Argus about the time Andy is on to Armos, and the real advantage is just the fact that Hitsu has Skull done.
Yeah. Now, Andy is going to go to Skullwoods. He is going to clear Skullwoods because Andy does not have the Lumberjack ledge in mind at all. Why would you? You have no lamp.
Exactly.
You have no boots.
Very clean Armos there from Andy for his third pendant. Meanwhile, Hitsu into Argus. And we are going to see the return into pod as well from Andy here.
Yeah. Yeah, this makes such a perfect sense to do because you don't want to waste the time going back here because it takes a long time to walk back to pod.
And yes, Hitsu made the same play here. One CT small was behind 4 pod smalls. So that only gave us access to the second castle tower small. And this is going to be Pyramid and Aga Tower for Hitsu.
Yeah. Now, strangely enough as it sounds, this is the densest play Hitsuyan can do.
Yeah, and realistically, if Hitsu finds something here on these checks that sends him away, there is a chance. And this could be... I was going to say Mushroom. No, this is Pyramid from Andy as well.
Yeah. So yeah, for everything that has happened this seed, the advantage that Hitsuyan has is 1 trip to Skullwoods and kill on Makura. That is the one thing
boots
that...
checks.
And boots checks, but yeah.
Like, there's definitely the efficiency that's come up here, and it's... Like, you can see Andy in kind of the follow here. Like, the big help for Andy is if there's flute or ether here... Well, ether maybe more so, but if there's something here that sends you further away from Ped, it could benefit Andy, but that's about it.
Yeah. And yeah, we're going to see a mirror over for Aga 1.
But even if there's something inside of, like, if the flute's here at Aga Tower, do you pull Ped and Hitsu's shoes when you've got the pendants already?
Yeah.
Like, there's a temptation here.
Yeah.
$20 in our first chest. Is this a logical Ped seed or Hera basement or the really dreaded Ice Rock Cave?
Yeah, so I don't believe that the second chest is in logic with just the lamp, just the fire rock, right?
No, it is not. And that's another pod small.
Oh! Hitsuyan is not doing Aga 1, despite knowing about that small key. This is a straight up 10. Oh.
Quite possibly. Yeah, this is pedestal for Hitsu.
Yep. Get your pet hype in chat. So it has to be this or Ice Rock Cave, right?
Pretty much.
No,
Hera basement.
Hera basement, yeah.
The thing is, for Hitsu, Spike Cave and Hera basement are a nice pair.
Andy is gonna go get his boots.
And the pedestal has for us today a small key to pod.
So the last check is now in logic, right?
That's a fully illogical Pals of Darkness, folks. Both runners having an orphan in the harmless Hellway, and Andy about to get his boots.
He is probably gonna be a little bit sad when he sees those.
Yeah, this is not going to be a good feeling for Andy.
I believe that's about an hour afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Close to an hour.
Yeah, we're verging. This was getting to about an hour of difference. And realistically, you know, we keep to that 10 minutes or 1 minute of time advantage per 10 minutes of boot time. Like, we're talking Hitsu gained about 5 or 6 minutes on Andy, and that looks about right here.
Yeah. So this is Hera Basement. And then
And Spike Cave.
Spike Cave, yeah. But Hitsuyan doesn't know that. So yeah, there is something here, or there is something in Ice Rod Cave. If there is something in Ice Rod Cave, both runners are gonna feel incredibly far behind.
And yeah, as chat's pointing out as well, I see it. TR Small is still at a premium here. Are we just gonna have a ton of TR Smalls in TR? I think the more insulting part is going to be that there's a TR Small actually on Lumberjack. Like, at this rate, it's looking pretty unlikely.
I mean, so there's quite a few checks in Mire.
Another small key to Turtle Rock.
Okay. Hitsuyan might actually be glad for that one. Well, not super happy because it's not progression, but yeah, it's a key you might want. So now Andy is going to do his boots checks. Andy is going to look at the Lumberjack ledge and then, not be happy again because you were just up Aga Tower.
I will say, yeah, Ice-T was a GT Small for Andy, so...
And yeah, that has to mean that Ice Rod Cave, yeah, Andy's seeing and skipping his master.
Go back for it. He wants to scout Lumberjack first real quick. He knows he wants to at least check this out, so let's get this done, and then we'll go get that sword.
Where is Hitsuyan going?
I'm not entirely sure.
You can't just go into Ice Palace for Ice-T, right?
No, he wouldn't have gone into Dark World. Is this back into Pod for Harmless Hellway?
Okay, that's even worse.
I mean, from Hitsu's standpoint, what's better?
I mean,
I guess
yeah,
is the problem. Like, his checks that he has left are all bad. Like, Ice Rod Cave is a feels bad man, but like, other than that, Ice-T, like, those are his only remaining checks. This is probably, it's understandable why this is his play.
Yeah, I mean, this is him saying, okay, Ped might have been logically required.
Yep.
And this is the play that my opponent did Ice Rod Cave. If it was nothing, I'm in the lead. If it was something, I am lost.
Yeah. It's just funny that both runners, having skipped it, doesn't matter at this point. Like, it could just be who gets the Ice Rod Cave first at this rate. And watch it be Book.
So, Harmless Hellway, what do you have for us?
Ether Medallion! There we go. That is access to Turtle Rock, folks.
That is a logically required Ped.
I think the scary part here now is that that small key on Lumberjack is really looming large.
I mean, it's just gonna be a Mire key, right?
I mean, I think the scary thought here is Laser Bridge. Like, we have enough keys to get to Laser Bridge if we skip out on the Lava Island. But the problem is that if Big Key is vanilla, like, logically you're expected to have the 3 small keys to get not only Lava Island but also Lava Bridge or Laser Bridge.
Hitsuyan is making the play that he will not need that small key.
Yep. Definitely hoping at this point that the lumberjack key is not required to finish this seed.
So, well, we do still need that ice rod.
I mean, there's just not a lot of places left. Like for Hitsu, it's pretty much he can go exactly where he wants to in order. Andy is going to be playing follow.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Sick kid, I think, for Andy here at this point.
Yeah, you got that bottle so late, and that was one of our few bottles. Oh, big key in the first chest.
Yeah, a really nice early big key here in TR. So all that talk of, you know, worry about the small keys here, and not a big deal.
I mean, it is if it blocks the ice rod. But it doesn't block the
TR small is on laser bridge, and there you go, you're fine.
Yeah. So our runners at this point do need an ice rod. They need a medallion, possibly from Mire, we don't know, and we need a flute. Oh my! Well, that's the total rock package.
Here's the big question: will we get the a third TR small here in TR?
No. It's on lumberjack edge. It has to be. Yeah, Andy is gonna go back for pod and get his ether medallion, because yeah, those sensors are tingling. That small key on that might be required. Oh no, Hitsuyan have it fake powdered.
Yeah, for him that could be another check. The thing is that what sends him to Kakariko at this point is the flute anyway. So like, easy route in for him.
Yeah. Yeah, we are stealing that key.
Yeah, I was gonna say very scary around that door always, but Hitsu very capable. Dodges opening that lava door as Andy is about to get his ether medallion.
Yeah, this is Andy going to be racing behind Hitsuyan up the mountain.
Yep.
So Hitsuyan still is looking for items. Oh, is this Andy doing... Oh right, Andy doesn't have enough keys for Turtle Rock. He only has one.
Yeah, so in his mind, like, this is a good extra check to make. Let me check out Hera Basement, see if I can get an extra key. And there's our flute. So very decent chance that Hitsu is a small key for TR from Go mode. Skullwood Small giving us the bait. But yeah, if there is a TR Small somewhere here in Turtle Rock, that will be Go mode for Hitsu. Potentially.
67% Go mode.
Wait, sorry, not even 67%, because we also might need the Desert Small for Desert.
We might. Well, you were saying...
Words.
So now it is a TR small key at a 67% chance that we can get into Mire.
There's that Turtle Rock Small for Andy.
And hey, we have the gold shield, so we don't actually have to do the skip here. We can just walk. Nothing so far. Nope. Yeah, I wasn't sure what Hitsuyan was doing there, but yeah.
I'm trying to think if Hitsu's hoping for a way to like save this portal, but with Mire and Desert being back-to-back dungeons he needs to clear, like I don't see a great way to save a portal here.
I think he's hoping for it on Magic Path.
Maybe, but either way, I don't like the save here, the save attempt. I don't think it's gonna work out.
No, I don't think so either, and we know it's not gonna work out. So we know that there's nothing on Magic Path. Andy already checked that way earlier in the seed.
I mean, if we want to talk about a rude situation here, if we want to say that there is a TR small still in TR, watch it be that it's Lava Island. And that the Lumberjack is the third key to make this all work out.
Or, you know, Ice Rod Cave.
Or Ice Rod Cave, exactly.
But it might very well be the seed just saying, hey, you have to go to TR, do all of that, get down to Mire and Desert, do that, and just... I mean, there is a small key right there on the ledge.
And that feels even worse. Like, there's a good chance that's our TR small.
Yep.
I mean, we're still missing plenty of keys logically for this seed. Skull Woods, we're still missing at least one. Mire, we're missing a couple, and there's already the portal gone.
Yeah. I mean, when he sees a small key, he's gonna go for it.
Oh, it's just a skull small.
Yeah, I am getting more and more worried about that key on Lumberjack Ledge at this point.
Yeah. And understandable for both of them to skip it.
Yeah, but when you're gonna route in Aga 1 again, just for that small key?
If I had an answer, I'd give you one, but I really don't know Titan.
No. I mean, that is a hard lost location for this one.
And that Desert Small was required.
Yeah, yeah. So we saw the compass there on Torch. So there might be an item here, like just...
There's our big key to Desert. And a small key to Mire. Oh, man.
That's our second Mire small key. I think... Are there only...
There are 3 Mire smalls.
Yeah, but how many small keys do we have left to find at all? 1 Mire, 2 GT,
and
which
2 TR.
And those GT keys could be in GT.
Yeah, we know that the Mire, well, the Mire key could be in GT, but the TR keys cannot.
No.
And that Mire small key being in GT is very much pending the big key location in Mire.
So, I mean, you're gonna do Mire at this point, but you are gonna make sure you very carefully check where that big key is so that you can calculate what small keys do I still have left that has to be outside GT. Because you are going to get more and more worried about that small key on the deck. We might have a logical full clear seed. As in Oops All Dungeons, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, Silvers.
Nice Silvers find, as we will now next be seeing Misery Mire from Hitsu.
Did we find him? We didn't find the map, so that's in the big chest. It does it. Andy is heading over to Laser Bridge for his disappointing bridge items.
Yeah, we've already got all the prizes we really need out of Turtle Rock at this point.
The front of Skullwoods and front of TR were loaded this seed.
And Andy immediately saving and quitting. So a little bit of a time save there. Not a lot, just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we did not need Columbus Battalion.
I think the only other check we could have made on Hitsu's side was maybe doing checkerboard there.
Yeah, but he is wanting to have the TR small on his routing here.
Of
He
course,
still has to-
I
he
just
still
think
has-
there's a reason to maybe check that first, so then you can play a little bit more aggressive in Mire.
Fair. And yeah, by the way, this is an hour.
Checkerboard does not mess up Spooky. The fact that you do Desert can, but all you would have to do is flute to 6.
Yeah, Hitsuyan didn't even pick up the blueberry there and the key, so he is he's playing like he is in one item go mode. He is doing the fastest checks that he can do just to get a single item.
There's our
That's a
big
big-
key.
Yeah.
So that means that the Misery Mire big key is locked behind all 3 Mire smalls. We have a Mire small that is still outstanding in this seed.
So we have a Mire small, and we have 2 TR smalls that are wild. That has to be in the world before Ganon.
Yep, and we know one of those is probably that Lumberjack key.
I mean, if that is a 67% chance, don't you just go for it?
After you finish Mire, I agree that Hitsu's play is to check that.
And
Like,
this ball
I
does.
feel like after you get done Mire and checkerboard, like where else does he have left? You go beat Aga.
Yeah. Yeah. If he has done the math in that these are my only smokies that could be left in the overworld.
And as chat point, oh no, the book!
Oh no. That's rough. So that is a logically required blind pet pull. We needed 6 pod smalls to get ether to get into Turtle Rock, which had our flute.
Logic is fun. Yeah, Hitsu refluting after beating Landmolus allowed him to re-get his spooky setup. So real heads up play there. And Andy's behind just a Mire here.
Yep. Now, we did not do cutscene chest in Mire. I'm not
really,
sure if
the
it
fact
has.
that you don't have all 3 smalls. I wonder if that kind of just says, who cares?
True. But yeah, Hitsuyan is skipping checkerboard. That's
Did we miss a
unusual.
checkerboard check and we just don't realize it?
No,
Okay,
no.
no, he's coming back.
I think he realized that as he was fluting that whoops. And Andy is going to check it first. Might be a simultaneous go mode here. Nope. Just a bottle. I mean, you go to Ice Rod Cave first, right? Wait. Oh, powder. So yeah, the sword difference here is that Andy never picked up his sword from the library. Which makes sense. He has them already.
There's that $20 we saw from Andy very early in this seed.
Checks.
Yep, Ether tablet up first here. Definitely the quicker of our tablets and on the way to Turtle Rock, so decent decision here.
I mean, that Smokey on Lumberjack has to be gnawing at their minds at this point, right?
Of course. Both of them cannot feel good about that small key. Okay, is this going to be go mode for Hitsu?
Nope.
No, it's Piece of Heart there on Ether.
My hits. I really hope that they haven't forgotten about Ice Rock Cave. Yeah, this is the book checks for Hitsuyan.
That's the thing. I gotta wonder, did we just... Was
No.
there a check?
No. They both went into Minimal Cave. They got their Dark World access and said, well, they had their Dark World access and said, screw it, I'm not going to Ice Rock Cave. Bombo's tablet.
Red mail. Okay. Lumberjack intensifies, folks.
Okay, it is.
I tried.
And at hour 37, we are going to get to see
Hour
Ice
37,
Rod.
Sphere 1 Ice Rod Cave, folks. You'll love to see it. It's a small key too.
It has to be a TR small key on the ledge. It has to be.
And I think that means that the other TR small is going to be on Lava Island.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It is the only two checks we have left, and Hitsuyan is racing. He is in go mode. How often do you get to go mode in a either small key or full key sanity, knowing where your remaining small keys are? Knowing where absolutely every single small key is.
I see the question coming up. Do we know that cutscene is...
And I don't think we know that the cutscene is a map or a compass. I don't think we know. I think they just skipped it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if we got everything out of Mire, and I'm just not entirely certain.
Yeah, I mean, in Hitsuyan's case here, he knows that there are only two small keys left in the overworld, and he knows where one of them is. And one of them has to be his TR small. Well,
That
both of them.
compass
Both
were
of them.
found according to Plumeria Knight. So yeah, that is definitely an item in cutscene.
Okay, both of them are skipping that.
When Andy was at Aga Tower earlier as well, he didn't have a lamp, so or boots.
Yeah. You do have a fire rod, so it's okay-ish to do. It's
Yeah,
not
that and hex
fun.
magic makes it a decent-ish
Mhm.
play. Buttersword was on the library ledge, and here goes Andy for his. We're almost on an hour 40 for the Sphere 1 check for Andy. So yeah, both runners really last locating this.
Considering the amount of time that you have raised and nobody has finished yet, yeah, you feel like my opponent probably skipped this if it was required. Yeah, that's the same input for Andy.
Probably the mountain next for Ether Tablet. Oh no,
Oh,
it's...
no.
Is he rushing Aga?
Yeah, he's rushing at it. He
Yeah.
has the same key knowledge that his Hitsuyan has. So he knows this key has to be his small key. So yeah, folks, this is a Oops All Dungeon seed. Congratulations, you got it in the finals. Chat making a good point. It could be a GT key because we have made a skip.
Yeah, we do have the mire cutscene for what we believe to be an item at this point. That is still a possibility. So yes, this could be a GT small on. If it is, the real danger for Hitsu becomes the fact that he also has iced tea outstanding. Era Basement was a TR small, was the second TR small for both of our runners. Heads up knowledge here, routing for Hitsu, heading up to Lumberjack through that Flute 8 spot. That is the quickest way to do this. Really, really smart play from Hitsu.
So, big question. Is this our go mode?
At 141 to 50, Hitsu is in go mode.
Oh, so yeah, that was an old dungeon seed. Logically.
Yeah, and if we had to talk about the difference in this race, I mean, it's not even like I don't think the small key shuffle really is what has made the difference on this one. It is legitimately Andy and the mushroom.
Yeah,
that's really spelled the difference on this seed right now. We'll see what the difference is heading into or at acquisition of that TR key, but definitely going to be probably a 2 to 3 minute advantage for Hitsu here. As we said, 141.50, so there's already a minute.
Yeah, now we do come into GT routing. We only have 2 GT small keys.
But I don't know if you change up your route. Like the accepted route of this is you go and do right side first.
Take that small key and then go right, then go left.
Yep. Like there's not a lot of decision making at this point. If I'm a runner, like I've got 2 smalls, I do hope I do compass room, and then I go full left. But yeah, we're talking here. We're coming up on that 2-minute difference mark on that TR small acquisition. So yeah, it's 2 minutes 20 seconds, 2 minutes 30 seconds difference probably.
Yeah, this is probably Hitsuyan going into the wrong pipe.
A pilot there for Hitsu.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes 23.
Yeah, 1:44:15.
Yeah.
So about 2 minutes and 25 seconds advantage Hitsu.
Yeah. So the other TR small key has to be in cutscene chest?
That or wait, cutscene or lava island?
Sure. So one of those two. It has to be. Because we have checked every single other check this game.
Yeah, we've seen everything, folks.
We're gonna get one of those rare 200 plus connection rates.
I mean, the big question is, where is that GT big key? If GT big key is deep, like, it could start getting into that 200 range.
Yeah, it really could. There are not many outstanding items that we haven't picked up. Most of them have been small keys. Or some of them, I should say.
Oh, and Hitsu not quick swapping to Fire Rod. Gonna lose a little bit of time here. Not a ton, but these are the kinds of things that can just ease it back. As we said, 2 minutes and 25 seconds is a lot of time.
Yeah, that was still a one cycle of the there, so it doesn't lose many seconds, but like 2 or 3 at most.
But that, of course, is going to be crystal number 7 for Hitsu. We always love to talk about that GT big key. There are still 22 locations in the basement where it could be. Get those numbers in chat and let us see where that is.
What do you think it's going to be?
Let's just say tile room. It's already a trash seed. Let's go full garbage.
Yeah, I think the same. Let's go tile room.
So Hitsu out at 146.27, 28-ish. We'll see what kind of advantage he has into out of Turtle Rock.
Yep. Boomerang. Mac. Also, we are 1 hour 47 minutes into the seed.
Yeah.
Both of these runners are thinking, when is my opponent going to finish? Oh my! Hitsuyan is doing tile room.
Wow, there is the gamble, folks.
This is a massive gamble.
Yeah.
I mean, if this is the big key, you just pull ahead. But if it's not, you are giving Andy a chance to catch up. I mean, this is literally at least half his advantage.
And it is not tile room.
It's not tile room.
The Hail Mary tile room play, not the answer today, folks.
It's going to be very interesting to see the time difference in getting that big key. Because they are going to go the same route, it's just Andy is not going to do tile room. No way.
I think we're still about 2 minutes behind on Andy's side. So it definitely helps him make up some time. Advantage still hits you because I think Andy takes this same route to start.
So 48-48 is when Hitsuyan mirrors after grabbing that bot key.
There was a thought to go left side first, but Andy very aware of his key situation. Although he has 3 keys at this point, he could have gone full left.
Oh,
That's
checks.
11 checks so far for Hitsu and still no big key.
12, he did title.
No, that was... Oh, yeah, you're right, 12. I miscounted Torch, not Tile Room.
So yeah, Angie has caught up quite a bit because of that Tile Room gamble. So yeah.
And that extra TR or that extra GT small means Andy could skip the pot key
Yeah.
on right side.
So that is down to 1 minute 20, I believe. Time difference now.
I was going to say 1.5 minutes, but yeah, it's definitely cut down on things.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And yeah, as chat's pointing out, that GT small that Andy got out of Ice Palace does give him that possible routing.
Might still have a 22.
I mean, if it is still a 22, thank you, Hitsu, for your route.
Bye, Bob. Vanilla smoke.
We are at 19 checks so far, folks. 3 to go.
No. Yeah, 19 checks. It's
Yeah.
20, 21, and 22.
Yep. If you guessed in the 20s, you are gonna be correct on this one. 20, no. 21, no! It's 22!
I am very sorry to everybody that guessed 21. Hitsuyan just destroyed your guesses.
I will say, unfortunately, chat, we had a ton of scroll because you have been so involved in this race today. I cannot go back and find out who guessed 22. So, as much as I would love to call out a great guess from one of you or many of you, because I'm sure many of you guessed 22, I do not have the capability with the chat history as is.
At 22 checks for the big key in Ganon's Tower after this seed, everybody's a winner. I mean, Andy is going to be relieved when he sees this big key, because, yeah, Tyroom, not a happy one to do.
And there we go, 21 for Andy on that GT big key. But Hitsu already into G2 of the gauntlet.
Yeah, but Andy is in the gauntlet at this point. Well, he's about to enter.
Yeah, I always call this first floor not gauntlet, so...
Yeah, fair. But yeah, Hitsuyan is gonna finish his gauntlet as Andy enters it.
Nice one cycle landmo. Gold Sword is no advantage here. Andy very much adept at his one-on-one Ganon, so unless for like that Gold Sword should be no advantage at this point for Hitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only difference is that Gold Sword could have made was if Hitsu went for a 0-cycle Trinex. Honestly.
Yeah, pretty much.
And unfortunately, Hitsu did not. So, like, no real advantages with that Gold Sword today. Andy has been working through the gauntlet very nicely. It's just the amount of time difference is still quite large. I think he's making up time. I just don't think it's enough.
Yeah. Also, these runners, they are well experienced. They are still gonna be nervous in this scene because you're an hour 55 in. Your opponent hasn't finished yet.
And I think the hard part here is, you know, if I'm Andy at this point, like, that mushroom turn in has to weigh heavily. Like,
oh yeah, it definitely does. Because you know your opponent could very well have taken that once they got the mirror and walked past it. You know that.
There's one on that cycle for Aga 2 for Hitsu.
These patterns are not good.
No, and that's really, like, I don't think Andy gains a ton off of that, but really bad Aga 2 patterns here. That's at least a double.
Yeah, so it's at least 4. Oh, okay. Oh,
That's
sorry.
5.
Yeah, that's 5. Sorry.
Unfortunately, cycle 2 was the 0.
Mm-hmm.
Andy's not going for the hover here.
No, you don't risk it. Not at this moment. Hitsuyan is gonna flute down over to Ganon.
And he does get a shot there on phase 2.
Yeah, so he is going to be at least one less cycle. But is it enough?
Still would need some help here from Ganon on Hitsu's side. And, you know, this is a fight that our runners have done hundreds, thousands of times at this point. Like, this is a formality of a fight for Hitsu with the silvers.
Yeah, phase 3, this is, yeah, it's going to be close, but it's in Hitsuyan's hands right now.
Unfortunately, not going to be able to get the super quick Ganon kill here. Andy, however, getting set for his 1-in-1. Very nice one-cycle phase 1.
And that's number 4.
Yep, that is the 4th silver for Hitsuyan, 1337. Get your GGs in chat. All that's left is for Hitsu to cross that bridge and take game 3 for OKDUDES. And with that, Hitsuyan finishes with a 158.01 to take this game and make it a winning a chance to clinch league in game 4. Meanwhile, Andy into phase 4 of his Ganon fight. Almost getting the triple there, but still a very strong closeout to his Ganon fight. Andy was clawing back time consistently at the end here, but unfortunately that boots just not able to missing those boots early, not able to cover the difference. But GG to Andy, finishing second with a 158.43.
Yeah, this was a very, very close race. And very, very exciting. Oops, all dungeons. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. We are joined here by an Andy. GG's.
Hello, GG's.
So yeah.
Try to see if Hitsu is going to be able to join us as well. Oh, he is in the waiting room. So we are now also joined by Hitsu. GG to both of you.
GGE.
Oh man, what a seat.
Yeah. Oops, all dungeons.
And I called at the start the pot gamble with the keys.
So yeah, from the start, very, very early Dark Vault access, you were pretty close. You both made the same play of going up to the pyramid, both getting your mirror. And then Andy doesn't turn in his mushroom. And that's pretty much the difference for about 50 minutes.
I guess you play without a tracker in the right? You just...
I just have no map or anything. That was I was planning on doing that before doing South Shore, and then I decided not to, and I was like, I'll just do it after Dam if there's nothing in here, and then it was Pearl, and so I just kind of like blanked on doing it. So the whole time I was like expecting Lamp to be in Ice Rod Cave because I skipped that early too.
Ironically, you both skipped Ice Rock Cave.
So yeah, after that, with the sword from the library, Hitsu could do moth in the first time up to Skullwoods. Also, shout out to Frontal Skullwoods having 3 major items.
Yeah, that Skullwoods was insane. But yeah, you know, like especially in a keys mode, sometimes some people try to stay in logic for like as long as possible early. So I ended up like putting all of my marbles in that Thieves Small from the back of Skull to Hookshot and Thieves Big. It was just a shame that Hookshot ended up giving me basically a sword. But
I believe in the very end, both of your technical go modes was finding out that Mire Small in Ice Rod chest, because at that point you both knew, oh wait, there's only 2 small keys left. And I know where one is.
Yeah, I was hoping for the last key to be at Lava Chest after having only 2 checks left. I'm not sure if that's possible, but I think it is.
Definitely possible.
We were down to Hitsu. You had skipped Iced Tea, we believe. That was a GT small. But I think the only other check we had besides Lava Chest was Cutscene and Mire.
And we both skipped that.
Yep.
So it was either there or in Lava Chest.
Yep, those were the only 2 checks left.
We were still missing a GT small too, I guess, because one of them was in GT.
Yeah, and after Trinex, I figured out that the key is not there, and then I gambled Tile Room as well in GT, because I feel really bad playing so long against you in this seat with all dungeons. I don't know. It was 100% lose if you get boots there.
Yeah, it was definitely... I think I got like a 126 yesterday in my practice. So this was basically the exact opposite of how practice went. Yeah, the boots is just unfortunate. But, you know... I was definitely surprised to see that you also got Hookshot early. Or I guess, like, you know, relatively early.
Yeah, I mean, You were slightly earlier into the dark world, but Hitsuyan had his boots, so he was doing more checks around. So he was always behind you through the dark world. So yeah. Skullwoods into pendant Thieves Town, getting that hook shot. Then we were a little bit separated, but yeah, Hitsuyan got over to the pod area first, realizing that oh no, do we actually need that 5th and 6th key? You both blind pulped, which you had to do in the seed because the book was locked behind Tote.
Yeah, with the way the pod smalls fell, it definitely, made sense that we both ended up not doing Hellway.
But yeah, that is a win for OKDUDES. Hitsuyan, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel great, I guess. But I don't know. I was lucky again. That sucks. I need to get better. I don't know. Like winning only with 30 seconds against Andy with no boots. That's not a great win, I guess, so it's okay, but yeah. We will see the next games. I guess they will get back into it and can still win against us easily.
Yeah, no, there's already been some talk about Game 4 after last night's race. I don't know who. I don't see anything on the schedule yet, so I know that's kind of in the planning stages.
Yeah, I don't think we've talked about it yet. We'll have to figure out who's going to step it up for Game 4. And we get to pick this time. This is our first time being the lower seed in the playoff so far, so should be interesting.
Yeah, we do have the 1 seed from Light World, and I believe OKDUDES were the 2 seed over in Dark World. So, no major surprises here on what kind of quality of teams we have in these finals.
Yeah, this was a horrible seed, so let's put this behind us and look forward. I think Chad was very happy about this seed because it had almost a full clear seed. But yeah, do you have any final thoughts on today?
No, GG's again to Hitsu and try to get him in Game 4 to get the ultra sweaty Co-op Retrance Grand Finals, I guess.
Yeah, GG's. Always nice to play you, Andy. And also thanks for the commentary and the roll tourney tracking and stuff.
Awesome. So, quick note, we do not have any races currently scheduled for Open or Invitational playoffs. Both of those series, of course, in the finals. You just finished watching a Game 3 of the Invitational, with OKDUDES now up 2-1. Over on the Open side, it's between Great Name Pending and Farm Friends. Great Name Pending currently up 1-0 in that series, so plenty to play there as well.